Coach, let's talk about it. You guys returned from the holiday break. Tough road trip right out of the gate to San Diego, San Bernardino. But you guys come back, sweeping both opponents. Not an easy task to do, especially facing those type of squads.
Both San Bernardino and San Diego are very good basketball teams. They've got rich tradition, and they're very difficult to beat on their own home floors. Something we're very proud of accomplishing this last weekend. It was, by any stretch of imagination, easy. They were both battles, and they were both back-to-back nights. And we overcame a lot of hurdles in both games. We had leads that evaporated, but we bent, but we were strong enough not to break.
Were you concerned after? I mean, all the teams had the same that break, but were you concerned at all having your team come back and having to go on the road?
No, we're all at an even playing field as far as the life and balance with having 7 or 8 days off during Christmas time. I think it's a healthy thing. It's great for the coaches, it's great for the players to get home, see their friends, family, take a little time off, recover from any nagging injuries that they may have. Fresh legs, fresh minds, excited people. What we had on our roster when we returned from the break. We're a very, very, very close-knit group. We know how to have fun in the locker room, on the airplanes, the van rides, the hotel rooms, the shoot-arounds, the practices. We're having a great time, and that's probably most important. Those are the memories they'll remember the most. Not being 11-1 right now, but the plane rides and the excitement in the hotel rooms and getting ready for these games and having locker room victories after the game, celebrations. I mean, it's been a great ride so far. We just want to keep it going.
To start the season, many games at home, opponents, not as difficult that you're facing now. You had many blowout victories, but now showing the conference that you can compete with those conference teams, and definitely, still a lot of games to play, but on the road wins to San Diego and San Bernardino, I'm sure the conference is going to take notice.
Yeah, there were significant wins. I think we gained a lot of respect from that. I would imagine regionally and nationally, that made a little bit of an earthquake. So, a team that didn't get much respect as far as preseason polling in the conference, probably not much respect in the West region, certainly are deserving of some kind of notoriety at this point. We'll see what happens. But we a little chip on our shoulder probably that way collectively as a group, as a team. We want to go and show people that we are for real, and we're awfully tough. Even though we're young, we've got just a boatload of freshmen and sophomore that are growing up quickly and getting a lot of playing time as freshmen and sophomore, and we're really looking forward to the future. But why not strike the iron when it's hot right now and see what we can do this season? And that's kind of our attitude.
You guys having a great season so far. Chico State also having a great season. You guys clash this week, coming together, and wow, Chico's come up with some big wins this season. You guys have had some, big wins. On paper, this looks like to be a very good ball game on Thursday.
I guess you call it a couple of heavy hitters going at it. Obviously, a rivalry game, something we always look forward to. Every season. It's got great history, rich history, and the two teams playing each other. I have the ultimate respect for Coach Klink and his staff and his program, the way they run it over there. As far as camaraderie, I would say he and I are at the tops as far as friendship. And I don't want to beat your friend, but when the ball goes up, he's an opponent, and I'm sure he feels the same way about us.
What have you noticed on video about the Cats this year?
They're big, they're strong, they're well coached and disciplined. They don't make many mistakes to out-rebound their opponent. They've got a winning tradition in the last few years, so they believe that they can win. I think we're fortunate enough last year to beat them twice, and one of the only teams that had done that all season. We're going to try to keep that going. But it'll be a great game. Shooters shoot, and when the ball goes in, I'm sure that team will become victorious at the end. But defensively, we need to bear down here in practice, really concentrate on how we're going to match up with these guys, because they are deep and they're awfully talented.
With you guys winning both contests last year, you guys both even the conference standings are at the top. How much does that intensify the rivalry?
It does. Obviously, being there being a ranked team and maybe us by the end of this week. It does heighten the challenge. It has more focal point. There's more people watching. There's more people taking notice on the game. The ball goes up. You got 10 players playing, and hopefully our 5 are playing at their best, and we come away with a victory.
Speaking of playing at your best, are you guys at that point, or even though record-wise is good, do you guys feel like you guys still haven't hit your peak yet?
I think we're far from our peak. Being freshman and sophomore, we certainly have a long way to go defensively, how to play together, how to consistently get the basketball out of the net and run the floor and transition like we do in Lumberjack basketball. We've got a long ways to go. We've made a lot of mistakes, but we've still won games. And as a coach, you can't complain with that. As a coach, you've got to get your staff together, stay grounded. It's never as good as it seems, never bad as it seems. But if we can learn from our wins, not our losses so much because we haven't had many of those this year, but learn from your wins and get better week to week, we'll start reaching our potential hopefully by March.
Brown getting the CC2I Player of the Week, and him just the past years just getting the Humboldt, being on the team, and now really kind of taking charge with this Jacks team in his final season. What has he meant to the program? What is he doing that's enabled him to have such a great season so far?
It's great what Rocky's accomplished since he's been here. As a young man, he's changed. He's really grown up, really matured. Exciting to be around him. Just conversations with him. Traveling last weekend is remarkable how far he's come. He says the right things. He's doing the right things. So he's become a leader. He's saying what needs to be said, doing what needs to be done. And we're very proud of Rocky, and obviously his performances have been awfully good throughout the season. He's a man on a mission. He's a guy who's playing with a sense of urgency because he can see the clock ticking, and this is his last year.